They've lined up against each other 112 times. It makes the Civil War the oldest rivalry west of the Rocky Mountains. But this year's edition will go down in history books as the granddaddy of them all. It was a season that began with a black eye for the Ducks.
That is unconscionable, reprehensible behavior. There's no excuse.
A moment in time that allowed the team to show its resiliency, fueling an offense that by season's end could not be stopped.
Rasoli lobs his own. We are 1 point away from a tie. Eddie Dixon.
OSU's journey was marked by yet another slow start.
Canfield from the gun moves the pocket slightly, throws over the middle, and it's intercepted.
And once again, marked by an incredibly strong finish.
Jacquizz to the 5, hit hard at the 2, drives ahead and into the end zone! Touchdown, Beavers!
A tale of two running backs.
Turn and give it to Jacquizz. Jacquizz runs hard, and Jacquizz to the 10, to the 5, and Quiz is in! Touchdown, Beavers!
Small in size, but giants on the gridiron.
There on the read is James, and James breaks free. 30, 25, 20.
Two quarterbacks with little in common. One known for his deception and speed.
He keeps it himself, cuts back against the grain. Touchdown.
The other for his bullseye accuracy and cannon of an arm.
Canfield takes the pass from center, throws down the middle for Halahouni. Joe goes up, makes the catch. Touchdown, Beavers.
Last year, it was OSU that was knocking on Pasadena's door, only to have their bitter rival show up and obliterate their dreams.
There goes Terrence Scott. Will they catch him? Touchdown, Oregon!
The stage is set. The ultimate battle for the ultimate prize. Who will claim the crown? Which team will rewrite history? It's a game no one has ever seen before. It's a civil war for the ages. Welcome to a Civil War for the Ages. I'm Michelle Dapper. The Oregon Ducks welcome the Oregon State Beavers in the 113th Civil War. Now, this year's matchup is not about the blue and gray, but it is about the North and the South. Rival schools each with a depth of talent, and proof can be found in a tale of two running backs. Steve Anders has more.
There are a couple of second-year Lone Star studs looking to snag the spotlight in their first Civil War starts. The Texas twosomes already garnered headlines in the days leading up, but LaMichael James and Jacquizz Rodgers would rather be on the back page.
And it's no rival. You know, we talked about it last night on Facebook, how everybody's trying to make this like a competition between me and him. But it's not. It's all about winning games right now.
Yeah, we're out of state. We're both from Texas. I mean, it's a little rival there, but it's really not a big deal. I mean, I'm just going to go out and play hard for my team and not think about Jacquizz Rodgers.
Neither may not want the attention, but their play on the field makes the two backs impossible to ignore.
LaMichael James, a lot of daylight ahead for him. Goodbye.
Spins out of a tackle, stays on his feet, and he's going to go!
Jaw-dropping runs may top the list of similarities between the two, but their physical size isn't far behind. The tail of the tape has the redshirt freshman coming in at 5'9", 180 pounds. The sophomore, 191 pounds, but just 5'7". And while neither looks the part of the prototypical NFL back, the short speedsters use their so-called lack of size to their advantage.
Anytime you have a guy 5'7" hiding behind dudes 6'3" and 6'4", this is going to be hard to find. But if we're all in our gaps and we're in the right spaces, whenever he does, if he does shoot off from behind one of those guys, there'll be somebody in their gap ready to make a play, ready to make a tackle.
In some cases, it is kind of hard to see like a back like that. But, you know, at the same time, if you do enough your film work and in preparation, you know, you're going to know where he's at.
And preparing for backs like these is easier said than done.
You know, it's more of a thought process than anything and knowing what you're going to face. But there won't be anything like the game in practice. You just can't simulate that.
And while you can add their individual rushing stats to the heap, over 1,300 yards apiece, there are some differences. Quiz totes a 5.5 yard per carry average, a pretty gaudy number under normal circumstances, but not quite as explosive as James' incredible 6.9 average. Rodgers has hit pay dirt an amazing 19 times so far, James a solid 11, though that number would be higher if not for his quarterback's penchant for taking it himself, as he often does. That biggest difference between the two comes in the passing game, where Rodgers has reeled in 67 catches, James just 11 receptions. And as for style, think of the old Emmitt Smith-Barry Sanders debate. Jacquizz a little better at grinding teams down, LaMichael always seeming like he's on the verge of breaking off the big one.
I think I run hard, I think I'm fast, quick, just whatever you want. I think I can be that because I'm very determined.
LaMichael, he's like a quick, fast back, you know. I like to get the tough yards and, you know, just pound it in there.
He runs hard. I mean, he's really strong. He's really quick. I think he's a great player.
As for how the backs are mentally preparing for their first Civil War, they say it all comes down to realizing the reward and anticipating the atmosphere.
Coming from last year, you know, looking ahead at the Rose Bowl, it all can go away in one shot if you just miss the opportunity and try to look too far ahead.
I already know how it's going to be because this experience last year, not even playing, I just knew how it was going to be. The crowd was really into the game. I mean, it's just a big rival, so I just have to be ready to go.
It's a rivalry within a rivalry. James breaking Rodgers' freshman Pac-10 rushing record, Rodgers hoping to pay him back by leading OSU to Pasadena. So assuming both are ready to go Thursday night, fans better be ready for Autzen Stadium to look more like Hayward Field. 1998, considered by many Beavers and Ducks as the best Civil War ever. A last-minute Beaver touchdown to tie the game, another by the Ducks in overtime after pass interference in a premature party, and the game winner by Ken Simonton to set off the second celebration. Beavs win it 44-41 in double overtime.